You are listening to 40 Weeks with Vanessa Merton, host of the Pregnancy Podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the 40 Weeks podcast. Although pregnancy is measured in 40 weeks, hence, of course, the name of this podcast, it is possible to go over. If you have not had your baby yet, welcome to week 41. Your little pumpkin just isn't ready to come out yet, huh? Well, don't stress about it. They will let you know when they are ready. If your little one is still cooking, they are measuring 20.16 inches or 51.2 centimeters, and they weigh about 7.6 pounds or 3,462 grams. If your baby isn't quite ready to come out yet, know that you are not alone and it is quite common. Hardly any babies are actually born on their due date. Keep in mind that most of the time, an overdue baby isn't really overdue. It's more likely that your due date was off. Trust that your little one and your body will tell you when you're ready to go into labor. Researchers have determined that the signal that begins labor comes from a protein that's produced in the lungs of your little baby. So when I say that they will let you know when they're ready to come out, it's true. Labor will start when your baby is ready. If you have gone past your due date, your care provider has probably increased the frequency of your visits. If you or your partner have any last questions about labor, birth, your body after delivery, anything, now is the time to ask. Take advantage of the extra attention from your doctor or midwife to get even more prepared for the arrival of your little one. There are some things that you can do that may help kickstart labor naturally. There is an entire episode on the Pregnancy Podcast on inducing labor naturally. You can listen to that at pregnancypodcast.com/episode 21. It would definitely be worth trying some of these before going in for a medical induction. Walking or stair climbing can be really helpful, and two other things that you can do are have sex or use nipple stimulation. These are definitely worth a shot, but the best thing to do is to really just try and be patient. Your little one can show up anytime. Take these last few days to relax and enjoy a little bit of time with your partner before your twosome becomes a threesome. If you are considering a medical induction, you can listen to the Pregnancy Podcast episode on this topic, which talks about all of the different methods of induction as well as the pros and cons of each. You can listen to this episode at pregnancypodcast.com/episode 20. Tip for dad: if you ever needed an excuse to shack up with your partner, you have a really good one this week. Sex can help jumpstart labor and is definitely worth a shot before getting a medical induction. You may need to take it a little bit easy and adjust some positions to make sure both you and your partner are comfortable. If your partner just isn't into having sex, don't push it and maybe just offer to go on a long walk instead. Thank you for tuning in. Show notes for this episode can be found at pregnancypodcast.com/week 41. Next week is really, I promise, the last week of your pregnancy. And until then, I wish you the very best for your pregnancy journey. There are so many awesome resources available to you at pregnancypodcast.com, and you can sign up with your email address and your due date to get a weekly email with a link to the episode for your specific week every week in your inbox. I look forward to seeing you in the Pregnancy Podcast Facebook group, which is a great place not only to connect with some other parents-to-be, but also to be able to ask questions and get answers specific to things that you are dealing with and planning for your pregnancy and birth.